All right, so this is an '07 Dodge Nitro 3.7 liter. The customer wanted me to go ahead and replace both front wheel speed sensors. So that's what I'm gonna go ahead and get started on, and we'll see what it takes to do it. So we're gonna go ahead and take off the wheel real quick. I'm gonna tell you this lug nut is worrying me because that thing looks terrible. Yeah. Oh boy. Looks like the chrome cap is missing off the lug nut, so it's smaller. I'm gonna do it 18 mil. That's good. The thing has seen better days. Looks like this wheel speed sensor is all. Ooh, look at that. What the heck happened there? You might have to remove this caliper to get to it. Okay, so we got the caliper. At this point, I'm gonna have to remove the whole bracket and caliper assembly. So, 13 mil on the caliper bolts. Good. You see how that pin's moving? We're gonna have to hold that still. Hopefully I can get away with it, but just using these, because I have them right here. Yep. Sometimes they're stuck on there though. Okay. Shit. Okay. There's my sound. God dang. Okay. This big bastard. Jesus, I'm gonna kick you guys. Oh Lord. What the hell's that about? At least you got him now. Take that rubber off, and bam. There's our sensor right there. It's a hex head. So the 5. All right, 5mm hex. Bam. Got some blue Loctite on there. I'll make sure to put that back on. Make sure to get what we can out of there. We don't want that to fall in. Perfect. That's how we do it. What the heck? Oh, they put grease in there? Interesting. What's so weird is this thing is like shoved in here. I don't think it's supposed to run that way, but I don't know. Look at that. And what's weird is they had it on the passenger side. They didn't even have a code for this side, but that looks awful. That's why you should always do them in pairs anyways. There's a zip tie holding these on, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that zip tie. Okay. Looks like it should just pop in there, but does it not pop in? Well, looks like that clip is just seized in there. Thing is stuck in there. My goodness. Jesus. Okay. See? Just that easy. Get this piece off here. This one you should just be able to, this pick should probably just do it. Yep, just like so. And that's it. That's how you get it out. I'm gonna go see if the new ones are the same way. It does look bigger. See how much wider it is? I don't know if that's gonna matter though. And it's way longer. I hope I can see that. It's a lot longer. It's the same pinout though, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it in. I'm just gonna put a dab of grease. Dab of grease on the O-ring. I'm thinking that grease came from maybe the hub or something, or the CV axle, because I haven't seen grease on them commonly. Oh, great. Yep, goes right in. If you look here, you can see the size difference. All right, so I'm back. I went to O'Reilly and got the right ABS sensor. Take it out the bag. It's a standard ignition brand from O'Reilly. Comes with the new bolt and Loctite already on it, which is awesome. And then that's it. And that looks perfect. This is exactly what we need to get it put into this hub. So now we should have better luck. Let me go through here. Oh, and let me put some silicone. We got to restart, so put some grease on it. I just used dielectric grease just on the O-ring, and we'll slap that thing in here. Oh my goodness, that is a lot better. And then we'll put our new bolt in. Go ahead and tighten this down. Just hand tight, we don't need anything crazy. So now that that's done, we'll be able to route this wire. So now that we've got that sensor in, originally the wire was ran to behind this shield, but that shouldn't be it. I'm just gonna assume it's run behind the knuckle. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna leave this hanging. Now that this is all done, I'm gonna put the brakes back on first and then go from there. Since I'm here, I'm gonna go ahead and clean this off. Okay. I'd say these pads could definitely use some replacing. The inner pad material is actually cracked, so I would recommend replacing them. I'm going to go ahead and add some orange thread locker on these brake caliper bracket bolts. It's not like your red, so if you look here it says high strength, however it is removable. Yeah. All right, so per iFixit, it's saying these are 100 foot-pounds. So I'm gonna go grab, ooh, that CB axle boot is tore. But I'm gonna go grab a, I'm gonna go grab a torque wrench and we'll get that to 100 foot-pounds. All right, set at 100. Y'all are kind of in the way. I cannot do it like that. Okay. All right. Okay, 100 foot-pounds. All right, 100 foot-pounds. Yes, sir. All right, and I got blue Loctite on these. Okay. All right, done dealio. So brakes are back on the way they were. And now we can start running the ABS line, or the ABS wire. Okay. Okay, now that that's all done, we can run this wire. I feel like it should run behind here, and then it should clip in there. So we're gonna maybe put it through here. Okay. So that's clipped in. And then here. That's clipped in as well. Because I have a clip here. So maybe this runs behind here. Oh yeah, look, there's a clip right there. So that's probably from the old one. Okay. So it runs up, clips on there. So again, we're just gonna do a little dab right on the edge. I don't let it get in the connectors. If anything, I'll do it on the face. Because if you put, like, I could wipe a little excess, but if you put a whole bunch of it in there, it's dielectric grease. So what do you think's gonna happen if you do that? All right, so back in we go, and then I push the red button down, the little red tab, and it locks it in place. All right, same thing on this side. Well, looks like this clip may be broke because it's taped. And this doesn't look old. It's all zip tied. So it's been replaced. Uh-oh. I think that's broke. Let's see what's wrong. I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and replace it. I mean, they've already bought it. I don't know where this one came from. see if I can loosen these. Oh, that wasn't hard at all. Oh, because nobody torqued it. I forgot this side probably has been replaced. This is super easy. Same thing on this side. Crack it loose. This O-ring, as you can see, the O-ring kind of got boogered up. They've replaced these hubs before, and I'm wondering if this hub is a problem. So this is the old one, and the O-ring is literally just destroyed. You go in there fine when you ain't got a seal on it. See, there's a slight bit of metal here, but I'm assuming due to that lip being damaged, it's got an issue going into that hole. That's the only thing I could think of. All right, I talked to the owner of the vehicle. Because that new one is not going in well, I tried to clean up the hole just a bit, and man, it just was not sliding in right. I gave him the option, either I could force it in, but it's just gonna damage the O-ring like this one, or they could get a whole new hub assembly. What they're gonna do is go ahead, we're gonna keep the old one here. I did clean it up, hopefully that's gonna help a little bit. I cleaned it up, and then I'm just gonna put everything back together, and then we'll be done. So, I mean, it's still gonna be the same situation if you're replacing it though. You just unplug it from here, and then you take it apart, unbolt it, and then you replace it. It's very simple. You already saw the other side as well.
Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be